So first of all, I am Elise. I'm the head of content here at TOA. Thank you so much for coming to today's session. Obviously, you're all here because you've either claimed an NFT, a TOA Unite NFT, or going to, and you are probably curious either about NFTs or how to set up your wallet. I'm guessing that's why everyone is here. So the event is going to run a little bit like Anna will briefly explain to you some things about NFTs, and then she will jump straight into how to set up a wallet. This is a presentation. She won't be actually doing it on screen because that's quite a lengthy process. And then anyone who has any questions towards Anna can ask them, of course, and then we'll be wrapping it up at 7:30. So just a few words about Anna since she's here. She's a co-founder and the community marketing director of Open3, which is obviously our partner in crime and a qualified minting platform to discover top generated art collections and utility tokens. Anna's much more experience than me. She's got 4 years already experience in education and community building in the art, design and Web3 industries. And obviously she's been growing a community. That's why we're happy to have her here, of 1,000 artists in 8 months, and has onboarded already 300 people on Web3, and now is about to onboard you as well. So that's it from me. I hope everything's clear. Anna, I will not say anything else. Please feel free to do your thing. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Hi, everybody, and thank you, Elise, for the warm introduction. As she mentioned, I'm the Community and Marketing Director at Open3. I'm super excited and honored to be here with everybody today. So as Elise mentioned, today we're going to cover some NFT basics and a common process for setting up a crypto wallet. And also, as she mentioned, just for the how to set up a wallet portion, there's no need to follow along with me in real time. I'm simply showing you the steps one by one, but the written versions of these lessons are going to be available in the links that Elise shares in the chat. And you can always refer back to those documents if you need some extra guidance. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we can get started. Okay, so we're going to start with NFTs 101. And we're going to talk about the basics of NFTs, minting, and gas fees. So we can jump right into it. So I guess we can start with the basics. What is an NFT? So the term stands for non-fungible token. So NFTs are tokens that represent ownership of a unique digital asset on the blockchain. So this ownership is transparently recorded and secured through blockchain technology. And the creation or the minting of an NFT transitions a digital file, such as a JPEG or a PNG, a video, a GIF, MP4, whatever, et cetera, into a digital asset, which allows it to be stored on the blockchain, sold and traded and owned. These assets can be anything from artworks to collectibles and songs to in-game purchases, domain names, or even real estate. So this means that NFTs can both represent something tangible, such as a physical object or an experience, or something wholly digital. So you can think of NFTs kind of as trading cards, but one of a kind. So they're like prints that can be resold. And similar to buying an autographed print, the NFT is owned exclusively by you, but anyone can view the work. Oh, whoops. There we go. So what is the difference between NFTs and cryptocurrencies? So both NFTs and cryptocurrencies are considered digital tokens or assets. They're built on the blockchain and utilize the same technology. However, cryptocurrencies are digital currencies that are fungible or interchangeable. NFTs, on the other hand, are singular and unique assets, making them non-fungible. So let's break those two concepts down. The term fungible refers to a good or an asset that can be exchanged for another good or asset of equal value. So this would be equivalent to an acre of land. That would be non-fungible, as land is unique. Finding another acre of land with the exact same value, potholes and all, would be impossible. Art is another example of a non-fungible asset. Its value is highly subjective, and this is where NFTs come in. So an NFT shows exclusive ownership of a digital asset, most often being an artwork or a collectible. So you might mint or purchase an NFT at a certain price, but because it's non-fungible, its market value is likely to fluctuate. So one NFT does not equal one NFT. The term fungible refers to any good or asset that can be exchanged for another good or asset of equal value. So for instance, the dollar bill is fungible because it can easily be swapped for another dollar bill of the exact same value. And the same goes for cryptocurrencies. So one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. So let's jump into the term minting. This term has kind of confused some people in my experience of education. So let's break that down. So the one important thing to understand, mainly because you're going to be minting your own TOA NFT. So you can think of minting as giving life to an NFT or publishing an NFT. So it's the process of converting that digital file, that JPEG or that PNG or what have you, into a digital asset through a transaction that's recorded and stored on the blockchain. So minting and purchasing, what is the difference? Although similar, an NFT cannot be purchased or traded without being minted first. So think of it as you can't sell something that doesn't exist yet. So minting creates the actual asset. And once the NFT is minted, then users can go buy and sell and trade the asset on secondary marketplaces such as OpenSea, Super Rare, Nifty Gateway, and tons of other ones. The wallet that you use to mint an NFT will give you access to that digital asset in perpetuity or until you decide to sell or trade it. This means that if you connect this same wallet to an NFT marketplace, you'll likely see that the NFT that you minted will magically appear in your profile page. So this happens even if you minted the NFT elsewhere, such as the Open3 platform. Okay, let's jump into gas, which is another important concept to understand, and then we'll go right into how to set up a wallet. So gas is a blockchain transaction fee. So think of it kind of as like a tax, I guess you could call it. So it's the fee that you pay to execute any transaction on the blockchain, even failed transactions. So the amount of gas that you have to pay on a transaction depends on the amount of computing energy required to complete the transaction. So if there's a high volume of traffic on the network and a high demand for transaction validation, then the gas fees go higher and vice versa. So gas fees are paid out to network validators. I get a lot of questions about, okay, I'm paying this fee, where does it go? Who does it get paid to? So it gets paid to network validators. They are securing the blockchain and the network, and they're actually real people, just like you and me, who stake their cryptocurrency. A common one is Ethereum or ETH. They stake this ETH to validate transactions and secure the network. So these fees become their reward for participating in the process of transaction validation. So the more the validator has staked, the more that they can earn. So just to quickly recap, a couple of interesting points about why NFTs are interesting, super high level. So number one, NFTs are giving more power to content creators than ever before. So unlike the art market, NFTs give artists more autonomy. So they no longer have to rely on galleries or auction houses to sell their work. So they cut out the middleman, and by doing so, artists can sell their artworks directly to buyers and keep more of the profits through doing so. Another interesting point, number 2, is NFTs allow digital artists to sell their digital works for the first time. So this is pretty revolutionary technology. Number 3, for each NFT transaction, there is a permanent record of when it was created and by whom. So this is the concept of provenance. You might hear this term once you start diving into some Web3 lingo. And this provenance acts as a modern certificate of authenticity. Number 4, this is an interesting one. The crypto and tech rich are becoming interested in collecting art for the first time through NFTs. And this gives artists access to a massive new audience that they may not have had access to prior to NFTs. And lastly, you can take them or leave this one, but some see NFTs as the art historical movement of our time. Some pretty real examples of this is both Sotheby's and Christie's have actually already opened or already had multi-million-dollar NFT auctions. And a few NFT marketplaces such as Super Rare and Exchange Art have opened IRL or in real life galleries. So that was basics of NFT. Of course, I encourage all of you to dive in, do your own research, listen to podcasts. You can go on open3.com and we have a bunch more resources that you can look into of how NFTs work. But for the sake of time, let's jump into how to set up a wallet so that you guys will all be equipped to claim your TOA NFT. So today we're going to cover what a wallet is, a couple different types of wallets, and how to set up a common type of wallet safely and securely. That's the most important 2 words that we're going to use today. So I'll be moving fairly quickly through the setup slides, so don't feel obligated to follow along with me again. This presentation is meant to give you sort of an introduction to the process, as well as additional details regarding every step of the way as you're setting up your wallet. But we're going to share out some resources for you so you can refer back to them and do it on your own time. So another thing to preface is there are dozens, if not hundreds of ways to set up a wallet. So if you don't like the way that we're doing it, that's perfectly fine. Everyone has their own preferences. We're using a very widely used wallet setup process to share with you today. But if you'd like to use a different wallet or a different browser, the process is actually going to be very similar for you. So just to give a quick little introduction. So let's jump right in and start high level. So what is a crypto wallet? So a crypto or cryptocurrency wallet is used to hold and store tokens, which are cryptocurrencies and NFTs. There are 2 common types of wallets, hot wallets and cold wallets. Hot wallets are like normal wallets that we use on day-to-day basis for day-to-day purchases. So these wallets typically live on your phone or your computer. Think Apple Pay, think Venmo. It's typically in a form of an application. Cold wallets are similar to a safe or a vault. They're typically hardware devices. So they look similar to this. I have one here so you can see what it physically looks like. So it's like a USB flash drive that you have to plug into your computer. And this cold wallet stores your tokens offline. So the only way that I'm able to access my tokens is if I plug this into my computer and press some buttons and enter some passwords. So it's a really, really safe way to store your NFTs. because I have to click a button to verify my identity. Today, we're going to be focusing on how to set up a hot wallet, but I encourage you all to look into cold wallets in the future. So creating a wallet, we're going to be downloading MetaMask to use as a hot wallet. So MetaMask, I'm not sure if you've heard that term before. It's a really widely used common crypto wallet used to interact with the Ethereum blockchain, the Ethereum network. So to create a new wallet, you'll have to install a browser extension first. So MetaMask offers extensions for Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. We're going to walk through the steps for Chrome, but again, keep in mind, if you want to use a different browser, the steps are going to be pretty similar. So step one, you'll first navigate to metamask.io. And then the next step, you're going to click download and then click install MetaMask for Chrome, which will begin downloading the Chrome extension. Next, you want to click add to Chrome and add the MetaMask wallet to your Chrome browser. Step two, now that you've installed MetaMask as a browser extension, it's time to create your user account. So you should be directed to a new page that opens the MetaMask extension, and you're going to click Get Started. So next, MetaMask is going to prompt you to select either Import Wallet or Create a Wallet. The Import Wallet option allows you to integrate an already existing wallet, which won't be relevant to most of us, maybe some of you if you're already experts. But we will select Create a Wallet this time. You'll then be asked if you'd like to improve MetaMask by sharing your user data. So feel free to select no thanks or I agree based on your personal preferences. Rest assured, no matter what you choose here, the safety of your account is not going to be affected by your selection. So whatever you're comfortable with. Next, you're going to want to create a password. Keep in mind, you'll want to create a strong password. We're trying to not use repeated passwords that include your dog's names, etc. I know it's easy to do that, but we want to be secure here. So including both upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols is always a good idea. Once you confirm your password, then you'll click Create. Oh, whoops. MetaMask provides a short presentation on it's an informational video regarding secret recovery phrase safety, which is going to be the next step we're going to cover. So we recommend watching this video before selecting next. Let's take a breather. This is a very important step in the process. So at this point, let's just talk about the importance of your seed phrase, otherwise known as your secret recovery phrase. So this phrase is a set of either 12 to 24 words. It depends on the wallet. But this phrase can give anyone access to everything in your wallet if you don't have a cold wallet. So as the best practice, we recommend writing it down. And the next step we're going to show you, it's going to reveal those words for you. So you're going to physically write them down on a piece of paper, or if you have a program like 1Password, that's a really secure way to keep your passwords or your secret recovery phrase. We just don't recommend you store it on your computer or your phone. That means your notes app. We're not going to store it there. We're not going to text it to a friend. We're not going to email it to ourselves or show it to anyone. Again, if anyone gets access to this, your wallet could be drained. And there's unfortunately no customer service or forgot password link in Web3. So a couple of places you could keep it that we've recommended, a fireproof safe is always a good one if you have one handy. I just use a password book. You can use your sock drawer if you want. These are just examples, not necessarily recommendations. Feel free to choose your own safe spot, but ensure that it's out of reach. So we're going to reveal those secret words in this step. So you'll want to proceed by clicking Reveal Secret Words in this box right here. There you'll see that 12-word unique seed phrase. And this can be thought of as like a master password for your account. So you're going to want to write them down in the order that they appear to you, and then click Next. You'll then have to confirm the secret recovery phrase. So you're going to click the words as they appear in the order that they appeared on the previous screen. And after completing this step, then you'll click Confirm. And nicely done. You have now successfully created a crypto wallet. So lastly, you'll be prompted to select All Done, which will directly direct you to your new account homepage. And in this account homepage, this is going to show you all of your recent transactions, allow you to buy, send, and swap cryptocurrencies. And you can access this anytime by clicking the MetaMask Chrome extension in the right-hand corner of your screen in your browser. So that wraps up our informational session today. Thank you all for giving me your attention. And I hope that this was somewhat helpful for all of you as you're entering the Web3 space, which can be scary for the first time. But I was there once too, and it's nice to have these visual guides. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we can jump into Q&A.
This is very Web3 dummy kind of situation, but I always wonder why it is MetaMask that everyone uses instead of something else. Is there like a 30-second explanation as to why MetaMask is the top of wallets, generally speaking?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of reasons why. I think mainly is the majority of NFTs that you see, on NFT marketplaces such as OpenSea or LooksRare, a lot of them are available on the Ethereum network. And the most widely used Ethereum network wallet is MetaMask. MetaMask has been around a lot longer than a lot of other wallets, and Ethereum is really the most widely used network, which also kind of bumps it up as a popular wallet as well. There's a lot of capabilities within MetaMask. So I showed you how to set up an account, but within that account, you can set up multiple wallets as well. So this account that you set up is kind of like your home base. And then you can set up all different kinds of wallets beneath that, including integrating a cold wallet. I don't want to use too much lingo there, but there's a lot of capabilities within it. It's been around for a long time, and it's the main widely used Ethereum network wallet. So I hope that was a good explanation. What about other forms of art besides visual and video as NFTs? I've seen that they can be podcasts or short audios. Yes, Alina, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Really, anything can be an NFT, and there's all new kinds of NFTs popping up all over the place. So I mentioned earlier today that real estate can be an NFT. Your lease can be an NFT. Anything that you want to express ownership of can be an NFT. So yes, it can be podcasts, it can be video, it can be audio, it can be animation, it can be a never-ending loop of a unique video. There's all different kinds of interesting ways that people are using NFT nowadays, and it's only the very beginning. I know it might feel like you guys are kind of, trying to get into it because there's lots of people talking about this, but you're still ahead of the game. It's still early, and the things that people are going to be using NFTs for in the future is going to be massive. Music, all kinds of things. So there's really no limit to what an NFT can be as long as it can be uploaded onto a computer. Okay, next question, Miriam. As an artist, I would like to have some artworks, present and future, turned into NFTs. Can you please provide some suggestions on how to start the process or who to hire? You can always come to Open3. So we launch NFT collections for all kinds of partners, whether they be artists, whether they be brands, events, creators. You can go to open3.com/apply to join our next onboarding session, which we call an accelerator, where we kind of fast track you into the space of NFTs and gather your assets and help you launch a project. You're also welcome to check out NFT marketplaces. A common one is OpenSea. And there you can set up, you can connect your wallet and you can upload an NFT immediately. Not necessarily a collection, but you can do one of ones where it's just one NFT at a time, set a price for it. OpenSea has a ton of great guides. They have a whole kind of wiki page of how to navigate your new space. So I recommend checking that out as well. But yeah, I mean, not trying to bring bias into it. We would love if you come to Open3 and have us help you out. But you're also just welcome to post one of ones on NFT marketplaces like OpenSea. Okay. Let's see, Hydron. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. For me, it's still not clear why people buy NFTs as artwork. They cannot be displayed anywhere. So that's actually not true. There's all kinds of NFT galleries that have been popping up. So just because it's digital doesn't mean that it can't be displayed. Art Basel has an entire whole section on NFT galleries as well. The first NFT museum just popped up in Seattle. And really, I mean, I think really what it boils down to for NFTs is ownership. So, you can own your sculpture or a physical piece of art, but there's not been a way previous to NFTs to express ownership of something digital. And this is the first time that this is happening, which is why it's revolutionary. Of course, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around at first. And it's like, why can't you just take a screenshot? But it offers new kinds of utility for NFT owners. And it's a new way for artists to connect with collectors as well, opening up their collector base. So this is a highly debated topic as well, and everyone has their own opinions. And I encourage you to talk to your Web3 folks as well to gain your own opinion. Hannah, do you verify the artists/projects in your page? With lots of intransparency and scams out there, validation and credibility of projects is such a big thing. Yes, we do. So through the onboarding program that I mentioned called the Accelerator, it's like a 6-week-long program where we invite people to come into our video calls and we walk them through the process. So we're seeing these people from day to day and walking them through the process of start to finish of creating an NFT project. So yes, we do lots of verification of artists and projects. Our platform is highly curated as well. So everyone who is there has been brought in from someone from our team. Miriam asked regarding the TOA NFT, how do we get one exactly? So I know that Elise can speak to this as well, but TOA has launched the TOA Unite collection page, which is where you can fill out a form, you submit your email, the one that's been associated with previous attendances of festivals and different kinds of events that you've attended. We'll then verify your previous attendance, and then you'll get a confirmation email that your NFT is ready for claiming on Open3. We can go and connect your wallet and gain your NFT. So pretty simple process.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to say now that from our side, we're at the process of verifying all the emails. So whoever has made a claim at the moment, we're going through this process of verifying all your emails just to make sure you were there. I'm sure you were. But yeah, it's kind of easy, kind of straightforward. It will take a couple of days, I think, for us to send out the NFT to you while we're matching the data. Yeah, so thanks very much, everyone. Thanks to Anna as well, once again, for her time. Hopefully, we've put some clarity to this topic of setting up a wallet. And if not, we're always here to help. So yeah, thanks everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you, everyone.